Okay. Oh, you see, video. Video is recording. So here he is, my personal hero. Is it okay if I show you?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, here he is. Because you remember I recorded for you
yeah.
our conversations.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
happened to them?
I don't know. You got
Nothing.
erase
Nothing.
it. You don't have.
No, I do have them somewhere,
Well, listen,
but I
everybody.
never posted anything because it has to be the right place, the right time, and you have to tell me go and post it.
You ready to record me?
Yeah, it's recording now.
Okay. Well, I just want to tell everybody that I'm here with my best friend Mike. He doesn't like me, but it's okay. You don't have to like me, you know. And people can. I can't. I got no control over what people think about me, but I do have control over what I think about them, and I consider Mike my friend. So anyway, if you see Mike on the street, say, "Hey, we heard from your best friend Bob." We'll see what he says. He's gonna say, "No, he ain't my friend. I don't know that guy." Anyway, me and George is gonna take care of business.
Yeah, that's what we are about
But
here.
I do consider you a friend.
No, I consider you a better friend.
Oh,
You know why?
why?
Because I have a deep appreciation and respect. You know how Russians say the word respect? It's a Russian word now. When they say respect, there's a Russian word уважаю.
Where's your?
Уважаю means the same as respect,
Oh,
but they use an English word respect. Okay,
yeah. Okay.
So,
okay, yeah.
I respect you much more.
No, that's impossible. It's impossible. There's, Mike,
Yeah.
I think the world of you, but there's no way you can respect me more than I respect you.
Okay. Let
Because
me.
I had this, I gifted this gift that God gave me. So when I respect somebody, nobody can respect more than that.
This is incredible. What you just said. That is why I respect you more because I don't have that much gift, but I respect your gift twice as much.
Jojo,
Okay.
what do you think about this gift? Jojo, what do you think, baby?
Look at. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. No, this is a blessing.
I am so happy that you guys moved in here.
No, I am more happy than you.
I'm kind of not too happy about you not visiting with us over at the pool yesterday.
Doing what?
Almost everybody that lived here was there, and you wasn't there.
You know why?
Why?
Because they didn't invite me.
I'm giving you. You got a general invitation for the rest of your life.
Well, you didn't host the party. You cannot invite me to another party.
Of course I can.
Well, of course you can, but I show up here. They say, "Why we didn't invite you?" And
Listen,
I didn't
the
want
thing
to.
it is, we'll go together. And if somebody says something, we'll put some kung fu on their ass. You know.
All right, yeah. Well,
And the next time they see us, they're gonna say, "You're invited."
do you understand now why I respect you more because of your kung fu skills?
Yeah, we-
I had a chance to test them on my own body, like this pressure point that you know, it's unbelievable. Like you found one, I was jumping like crazy.
Oh,
From
did it
your-
hurt you?
Just a little to respect you more than before.
You know, I'm trying not to do that. But
Well, it's too long, but I want to have. No, this is a source of wisdom. And how many businesses did you have?
I had 5 at one time,
Wow.
and I tried to run them all.
Well, and that sense of humor that you have is unbelievable too.
You know, anytime I come in from New York, because my businesses were in St. Louis, and I go into one of the factories, the people all love me.
So you lived in New York, and you.
No, 10% of my customers were in New York. The problem was they provided me with 90% of my income, so I had to spend a lot of time up there. I didn't like New York, but only 10%. The rest of my customers, the other 90%.
Well, this is why, guys.
That's the ones I liked, you know.
No, look. Another thing, you know how Russians, they have their own understanding of America, of course, and it's based on what? How do they know about America? It's just propaganda, and of course, whatever they can see on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they need to learn also. Many of them they want you to help them to learn English.
Really?
So when you speak, they learn how to. When I speak, they learn how not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was doing a little thing this morning. I was trying to learn it just by red, Seville. Anyway, the name of the thing is it's a song. Like it's not singing. It's pretty much talking. And it's hello teddy bear, and he's telling about this. He's a trucker. He's going down the highway, and this radio breaks in. And this when CBs were really popular. I guess they were in Russia too. And I had a CB. And the name
No,
of my
nobody
CB
heard about
Yeah,
CB.
my CB was it was Bobcat. That was the name of manufactured. Well,
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Yeah,
so my name
yeah.
is Bob. So
Yeah.
I'd say, hello, trucker, this is Bobcat. Come on in, good buddy. And they'd come back and talk
Now I made the connection when you said CB. You see these little cultural things.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that you're referring to Benny,
CB radios.
Benny
CB radios.
radios.
Yeah, you talk on them. You
Oh,
hello,
I
trucker.
see.
Hey, anyway, Red is doing this little thing about this cripple boy.
Mm.
And it'll break you up. I tell you, it choked me up. So I told Brenda, I said, I got to learn to do that. So I turned it on a little while ago, and I did. Brenda said, you did real good. But I know I probably didn't do that. She just,
Yeah,
she's proud of me, so she says I do good. And I think, just tell me the truth, but not all the truth. A little bit of, you know what I mean? All of it did break us up, I think. But a little bit, kind of humbling. And
but do you realize that what I'm trying to do,
yeah.
number one, it will make you famous. Number two, it's a step to immortality.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Are you ready for both?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
No, I'm not pulling your leg because obviously you can be super famous.
I wrote, to show you how smart I am. I wrote a book
Okay.
on industrial safety.
Okay.
Okay, well, no one would publish it, so I had to pay myself to get it published.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, nobody bought it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear about it.
Do you still have one?
No, I threw them all away. I spent a lot of money on them. And
But you have like a print typed version,
oh, yeah.
the original.
Well, I don't have it. No, I got rid of all of them.
Was it in the computer, like digital
No,
format?
these are for computers. But anyway, so nobody wanted to buy books. They want to buy books on murder and sex and things. Not how to stay safe. They don't want to know about industrial safety, So anyway, the book was a flop. And then my son, as he got through college, he's reading it. And he says, Dad, I think I know why you didn't sell any books. I said, why? He said, it took you 10 pages to say something I could have said in 2 paragraphs.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's part of writing.
Listen, he's a genius then too.
I didn't know that, So anyway, I worked for this company and I became their superintendent over safety or something like that. So anyway, they called me up and they said, hey, in St. Louis they got the arch.
Right. Golden Arch.
Yeah, well, before it was all done, this
No,
is when
just
it was finished. They still had some at the top. Everybody said it wasn't going to match, I waited. I wanted to make sure it was going to match. But he told me to go there because he's having a lecture on safety.
Okay.
So I said, okay. I thought I was going to go and sit in the audience and just kind of relax, have a good day. I didn't realize I was one of the main speakers. He didn't tell me this. Yeah, it's bad because you open the door yourself. And the governor of Missouri at the time was called Hearns, Governor Hearns. So I knew he was going to be there.
It was 1960.
He was in the 60s, 16th floor, something like that. So I get there. Ready to relax
It's only 60 years ago.
Ready to relax in the chair and just have a bit of time and listen and goof off for the rest of the day. And as soon as I get there, the woman says to me, oh, Mr. Tocher, we're glad to see you. We was worried about you coming. I said, oh. Here, we got a thing. She puts this thing on it. It says, Robert Tocher on it. She says, you're one of the main speakers. You'll be up next. Talking about writing. I never
You see?
prepared.
No, it's amazing.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's too long, but we will make it in short.
So,
And I will show you before doing anything with it.
so I met with the governor. Gave the speech.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. At that young age.
He didn't even know who in hell I was.
Well, you were like 20 at that time.
I was in my 20s, Sheriff. They were about 20 years old, yeah. Because there was no 60.
No, I like that story when you flipped the houses, like you moved the houses
Well, I had somebody move them.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
you
see,
were.
you don't have to know how to do that. You just have to know who in the hell can do it for you, right? You know. And like my son says to me, Dad, did you read all these books? And I said, Yeah, I think I did. You know what? Everything in those books. I said, No. I said, you see all these little red papers sticking in my books? That stuff didn't interest me, and if you want to ask me something, I can grab that book and I know where to find it. The trick is knowing where to find the information. You don't have to have the information.
Yeah,
So that's a true story.
amazing. All right, so you'll make it real. So I have this potato, Russian potato salad. Have you tried it?
No, let's see.
You don't want to try?
No, I don't try anything different.
I hear you.
Yeah, like Marta sometimes she'll try something.
Okay. Listen.
Would you put in there? She'll say, oh, I put garlic in there. I want that chili.
Okay. How about this? Have you tried drinkable yogurt?
I don't drink yogurt, even though I used to.
It's not alcohol.
I know. Even though I worked for a dairy,
Right.
and we made thousands of gallons of yogurt every
Right.
day.
No, nobody made yogurt at that time.
Huh?
They didn't make yogurt at that time, did they?
Oh, sure, yogurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yogurt's been around for a long time.
No, it's what's his
We
name?
used to sell it. We call it sundaes and everything. In other words, sundaes. I think we put the fruit in the bottom,
Right.
and the yogurt went on top.
Right.
We had to mix it together there. But anyway,
What's his name? That millionaire, the guy who invented yogurt. I thought, a young guy.
okay.
Well, the most expensive yogurt that you can buy.
Oh, I don't know.
No, recently he, like, I heard his story. I thought that's when it was invented, and he was.
No, that's
like-
not true. No, we had yogurt. I tell you what, I had a friend that owned a dairy, and I retired when I was in my 40s.
Yeah.
Well, he asked me, because he lost his comptroller, and asked me if I'd come in and fill that position until he hired somebody. And I said, I don't want to do that. He said, Bob, you ain't doing nothing. You're retired. Why don't you do it? I said, well, I've been retired for a week, damn it. I got to get used to this shit. So I tell you what, I'll fill in for you. I said, how long going to be before you find somebody? Oh, he said, maybe a couple of days, maybe a week. I said, well, yeah. I want to be in 17 damn years. Yeah, but he's a good friend of mine. You know,
Here.
so anyway, I didn't tell him I don't eat cottage cheese and I don't eat yogurt and all that. So the company would send me to these places where everybody had their products, and they'd call me up to do a taste test, so I could say who was the best.
No, you were.
And I don't like this stuff, you know? So I had to pretend. You know, I knew that in the back of my mouth, my motives, this is sweet and sour, and this is, I knew that shit. So, anyway, I get up there. So I take the stuff, put in my mouth, I'm going, can't wait to spit the crap out, you know? I said, pretty good. That's needs a little bit more of this here, or a little bit more of that. I'm giving advice on something I don't even know what the hell it tastes like. Of course, the company I work for, we always won because I was the tester.
I
see?
hear you.
Then I get my product, and I knew exactly where it was. They put them in unmarked things so you wouldn't know. And then I name our company. And they'd say, I think this thing is fixed. I said, fixed? There ain't no name on it. How in the hell would I know? Yeah, I knew who it was because they told me what my stuff was. So my company always won.
Look at
So
that,
that's yogurt, you know.
Jojo.
I don't like yogurt. I don't like cottage cheese.
Well, that's a different story then. Let me stop it because it's too long. Nobody's going to watch it that long.
No,
Unless, I'll tell you this, I just discovered there is a guy on YouTube I found. He called himself, his students call him Professor Misha. Misha is a Russian name, the same like Mike.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like Mikhail Gorbachev. Okay.
Yeah.
So he is the same. And he lives in Philadelphia for the last 33 years. The first half of his life he spent in Russia. And on YouTube, he teaches philosophy. Philosophy like world philosophies and also religions. Philosophy of religions, different religions. I was amazed to see that people listen to him. Like, he has more than 50,000 subscribers. It's amazing just to see that people listen to smart stuff, and it's all in Russian, of course.
If you convince them you're smart, they're going to listen to you. You don't have to be smart. Just convince them that you know about something that you don't know. Mike, was you in Russia when Ronald Reagan said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall"? Was you there?
Yeah.
Would you?
No, actually, yeah. At that time, I was
That
no,
was like in '80s.
no. Wait a second. He couldn't say that because the wall came down in 1991, and of course,
Well, it
Reagan.
was years later it came down. But at first he got up there and he said, "Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate," remember? And then
Oh yeah, open the gate. I
then
can't
he's
believe it.
wanting to tell him to tear this wall down.
Yeah.
And his advisor saying, "You can't say that. Don't say that." He says, "Okay, I won't say that." He gets up and what does he say? "Mr. Gorbachev, tear this wall down." I thought, way to go. You know, to listen to these guys. And these guys are like, holy shit, he ain't supposed to say that stuff. He told these three wouldn't do it.
Right.
He did it anyway.
I hear you.
And then years later,
Yeah.
about 4 or 5 years later, the people tore it down.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Like I watch his YouTube videos with Ronald Reagan. Oh
Gorbachev.
no, Reagan's of course. Oh, incredible! Like his jokes, Russian jokes are incredible. Have you seen them?
I
Well, just do search. Just incredible. Well, I have to stop it. We will continue.